Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing. Hi guys, welcome to episode 229 of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. I don't know about you, but I have this profound interest in discovering things about myself that show me why I do the things that I do or why I feel a certain way. I've been reading this book lately called The Laws of Human Nature. It's so good, but it's really disturbing at the same time. I guess I don't really want to know that certain kinds of people are actually out there. But when I think about who I am, sometimes I get this feeling that I'm different, but then I think, aren't we all? I mean, it seems most of us have this idea that we're different in a way or that we don't fit in a way. It's interesting to know and to read how much of this has to do with the programming that we got when we were growing up. Now, for me, I always kind of felt like an outsider in a way. Even though that doesn't fit who I present to the world, I present to the world someone that could fit in anywhere, and I do genuinely feel like I can. So how can I, at the same time, feel like an outsider? Do you guys ever feel that way? I started really wondering why. I grew up in a religion that really wouldn't allow us to be connected to the world outside of the religion, even though we went to the same school as other people. We really couldn't hang out with them outside of school. We didn't celebrate holidays either, so I had to be outside the room whenever any of that was going on. And then I also didn't feel truly connected to people inside the religion either. I mean, I felt like something was missing from it. No matter how hard I tried or how much I wanted to fit in, I just didn't buy into most of it. So I felt like an outsider there too. And then I started realizing that isn't much different from other people around me. I mean, we all have different things we think about ourselves. And maybe you have a group that you feel connected to more so than others, but there's always this feeling of being a little bit different still. Well, I think part of that is normal. A lot of that's normal because we're individuals. We're unique. Of course, we're going to have things that set us apart from other people. Every other person in the world, we're different from them. We aren't robots. Robots are built the same. They do the same things. Whatever they're programmed to do, they do it. That's boring. Humans, on the other hand, are very different because they have emotions and thoughts and experiences that make us unique. So maybe I've been thinking about it wrong. Maybe I should embrace this feeling of being different or unique and not call it being an outsider. When we call someone an outsider or we describe ourselves as an outsider, it doesn't feel good. Not to me anyway. I don't know about you. But it feels better to say, I'm unique. If we all feel different or unique in a way, doesn't that make us similar? Similar in that we're unique? I like that. Isn't that nice to know? I mean, we have something in common with every single human being on the planet. We're each unique. But more than likely, most of us feel like what makes us different is something to hide or to be ashamed of, or maybe we think we need to change it to fit in. No, totally the opposite. If you're in a group that doesn't allow you to be unique, that doesn't like you for you or wants you to change to fit in, no way. That's shallow thinking from shallow people. They want you to fit in to who they are and who they want you to be because it makes them feel better. I mean, that may feel good for a minute because you feel like you're part of the group, but what else do you have to conform to down the road to be part of that group? That's a never-ending deal there. You be you. You embrace you and who you are. If you really think about it, instead of beating yourself up for the things that make you unique, celebrate them because that's a window into your superpower. That thing that makes you unique, that's yours. And no one can take it from you, even if they wanted to. We each have a unique to us DNA. Totally unique from every other 8 billion people on the world, if that's how many there are. That's crazy if you think about it. We each have a brain that's wired in a completely unique way than the other amount of people in the world. Totally different. And we each have a lifetime of experiences too that are specifically unique to us. That's pretty cool if you think about it. Those things that we think make us different or make us an outsider, those things are actually our superpower. Those experiences that shaped you, that you think were hard or isolated you, they built character. Sitting outside that classroom in the hallway alone because I wasn't allowed to celebrate birthdays built character. It made me strong. I wouldn't be where I am today without that experience. I could think about it a different way and say, think woe is me, poor little Heidi sitting in the hallway. Or I can think about it and say, wow, the strength that built and the character that built shaped me into the person I love and I'm proud of. You can do that too. Our experiences that we've had make us unique. Now, we can club ourselves over the head with them and shame ourselves with them, or we can say, look what I can do. Look what I can overcome. Look how strong it's made me. It's how you tell the story of your past that matters. Tell a new story that empowers you. There are no mistakes. We can build upon every unique thing about us. And then we can make it work for us, not against us. Our uniqueness is what shows us the way to our path. What we've lived and what we're innately good at and what we love doing. You put those together and you follow your passion, you'll be so fulfilled and life will be so exciting every single day. Think about it this way. There are 30 million podcasts out there, literally 30 million. If I dwelled on that fact alone, starting a podcast would be daunting. But knowing that there's not one other podcast just like mine, not one. My podcast is completely unique. Sure, there may be other podcasts about mindset, and there may be other podcasts that put out an episode twice a week on Monday and Friday. Heck, they may even be short like mine. But they aren't going to have my stories. They aren't going to have my thoughts, my unique delivery and quirks. It just can't happen. There's not another one just like it. And I'm going to attract the exact people that this message is meant for. And those other podcasts will do the same. I love knowing that. So when you sit down and you think about what you want to do, maybe you have a passion for cooking and you have this idea in the back of your mind that you want to write a cookbook. But you have these limiting thoughts that are not so good. Like, well, there's so many cookbooks already. Or maybe you have the thought that, well, it's already been done. No, it hasn't. Not by you. Not with your specific recipes written in the way you write, with your touch. Go write that cookbook. Start that interview course. Join that Toastmasters club. Take that college course. Join that group you've been reading about. You'll find your people. What makes you unique is what makes you stand out. We tend to lean towards being hard on ourselves for the mistakes we've made or the things that make us different. Our brains do that because we want to always find a way to fit in. We have a human need to fit in, but you do fit in. You fit in with you. You fit in exactly where you're supposed to fit in. And when you stop trying to conform and just start living your passion, the right people will come in or stay. Maybe they're already there. And the wrong ones will fall off. And that's exactly where you want to be. You can be unique and still belong. You've been doing it your whole life, and so have I. I love you guys. I'll talk to you in a few days. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.